The Railgun is nuts against automatons, but how does it fare against Terminids? Have no fear. The Railgun is the all-round king you hoped it would be. My goodness at how satisfying this gun is also. My name is Faisal. Let's squash some bugs. If you're anything like me, and you enjoy headshotting stuff in shooter games, then there's few guns you're gonna like more than the Railgun. Probably the most satisfying part about the Railgun is the way the heads just pop when landing your shots. Not a very ICU nurse thing to say, but it's true. As usual, I bring the supply pack since I'm addicted to it, but you could just as easily bring the shield gen pack or even jetpack. I brought the Breaker Incendiary for nostalgia reasons, but I'm pretty sure the cookout is better, since the stagger it provides often saves your life. Tip number 1. Scan for landmarks. Right after landing, try to find as many side objectives as you can, which you can identify simply by looking at your minimap. I don't know if there's a good video on how to ID side objectives via the minimap yet. Suffice to say though, the fact that you can ID side objectives on the minimap makes it a skill you should practice. Unfortunately, I don't find any in these first few seconds though. The reason it's good to do this right after landing is that it often modifies your route. In this case, however, it seems I'm simply beelining towards the sub-objective.
Sub-objective in your vicinity.
Delivering payload.
Helldivers KIA deploying replacement.
Okay, good warm-up team. Tip number 2. Flee by running forward, not backwards. See, it looked like I died to an alpha warrior there. I didn't though. I died to that bush, which I ran into, because my camera wasn't facing it. So when running away, it's much better to rotate your camera 180 degrees, and simply flipping it back and forth like that. I suppose a better way to phrase this tip might be, look where you're running. Sounds obvious, but it still gets me from time to time, as you could tell. Which leads me to today's fun fact theme. Vision. Fun fact number 1. Eyes see 10 things per second. While awake, your eyes are observing the world at a speed you can't imagine. Every second, they observe 10 things. Luckily, our thalami don't let us register everything our eyes observe, or we'd literally go mental. But if you're ever curious how you noticed a minute detail or something in the distance without looking for it, you might not have seen it, but your eyes did. Tip number 3. Time your stim. Your instinct might tell you to stim right away here. If you do though, this charger will hit you, instantly killing you. So be sure to stim as fast as you can, and as preemptively as you can. Also, be sure it's a well-contemplated stim though, or these chargers, among other things, will make you regret your instinct. Fun fact number 2. Your eyes are big. In diameter, your eyes are about an inch, or 2.5 centimeters long. On the outside, you can only see 1/6 of your eye. So now you know. You have big squishy balls stuck in your face. You're welcome. If you're enjoying these in-game tips combined with medical facts by this ICU nurse, a like and a sub is a big deal to me. Thank you for caring. Tip number 4. Practice, practice, practice. I know a lot of people that would just skip the attempt of sniping these nests with a grenade pistol or grenade launcher because they don't feel confident enough for it. If you're one of them, I would like to propose the following experiment. How about you try nailing these shots as many times as you can, and you count how many tries it takes you to snipe one. So you might start out with an accuracy of about 1 every 5 to 8 shots. You do this for just one gaming session, and then you let me know whether your accuracy went up or down while you were attempting it. I'm sure you know the result of this experiment, so stop convincing yourself you can't do it, and get to work. Fun fact number 3. Your eyes are never turned off. Unlike some other parts of your body, your eyes never go into a resting state. They're always ready to go. So when you're asleep, they don't send footage to your brain. But they are, however, still functional, which is why bright sunlight can wake you up. Tip number 5. Railgun Overcharge Flexibly. I know people who've claimed you should always overcharge the railgun. I also know people who've claimed the opposite, that you don't need to overcharge the railgun. The truth is, as it is with most things, the optimal choice is somewhere in the middle. More roughly translated, it depends on what you're shooting. If you properly overcharge your railgun, killing a Bile Titan takes 2 headshots. That said, that does require some serious risk, since you have to charge it up as high as you can get it, twice. In this scenario, the overcharge matters. For Bile Spewers though, they die to a headshot regardless, so don't waste your time overcharging. I suppose the overarching tip is to adapt to circumstance, and to not get stuck in your mental narrative. Time to work on the Mega Nest. I'll be quiet here.
Helldivers never.
Orbital strike incoming.
Needle one armed and ready. Attack underway.
Have a taste of democracy.
Boom, target down.
I ran to the sub-objective here. I'll finish the Mega Nest later. Tip number 6. Stagger your objectives. I've mentioned this tip before, but I'll go into a bit more detail here. You don't have to finish objectives in just one pass through. You can also start working on them, and if the situation gets too dicey, you fall back and come back later. The easiest way to assess this choice is by calculating how long it would take you to move to the next objective, and then multiply that by 2. Ask yourself whether you can finish this fight in less time than that. Say for example, if it takes you 30 seconds to move to the next objective, that means it takes you 60 to move there and then back here. In those 60 seconds, most of the things you're fighting right now will have despawned. So can you finish this fight in less than 60 seconds or not? If the answer is yes, you stay. And if the answer is no, start moving.
Foe spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Last reload. Out of ammo.
Firing orbital strike.
Unleashing democracy.
Mission got 30 minutes remaining.
Tip number 7. Look up when fighting Bile Spewers. Just like with automaton mortars, you should check whether you're not running into a mortar whenever you're fighting Bile Spewers. I do a very poor job at that this run, but luckily I don't get punished for it too much. Definitely a mistake though, so look up more often when getting mortared.
Helldiver KIA deploying replacement. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Democracy has
Tip number
landed.
8. Make a decision. I died a second time here because I couldn't decide whether I was more scared of the hunters or the Bile Spewers, so I wasn't sure what to kill first, which led to me swapping weapons multiple times, since I want the Railgun for Bile Spewers, but I want the Breaker Incendiary for hunters. Milliseconds wasted, that led to my inevitable death. The funny part being, either decision would have been fine. This is overthinking visualized basically. So when not sure what to do, just pick one. More often than not, it's better than your indecision. Fun fact number 4. The fastest muscles in our body are in our eyes. The eyes have 6 muscles attached to them that allow you to look side to side. In pathological circumstances, they can be responsible for involuntary eye movement, known as saccades. These movements last 50 to 60 milliseconds each, or 0.05 to 0.06 seconds each. In comparison, the average human response time is 0.25 seconds, so 5 times slower. The fastest reaction time recorded is 0.1 to 0.12 seconds. Still, 2 times slower than the muscles in our eye.
Eagle 1 leaving combat zone to resupply.
Fun fact number 5. Connect in under 4 seconds. If you feel uncomfortable making eye contact, there's a science-backed time span that you should look into someone's eyes when engaging in conversation. It's just under 4 seconds. That gives you just enough time to connect with someone without making them feel uncomfortable. Crazy fun facts like this have always been fascinating to me. It's intel that once applied will change your life forever. I personally believe a lot of metaphors related to eyes are derived from this concept, like the eyes being the gateway to the soul metaphor. Additively, there's theories that claim that holding eye contact for longer than 3 or 4 seconds pushes you into something they call kiss or kill territory, basically stating that if you hold eye contact for that long, you either want to love or hurt someone. Fun stuff to think about, at the very least, right? Let me know how this knowledge works for you, I'd say.
Orbital strike incoming.
By the way, if you want to see the Railgun in action against automatons in a solo Super Helldive, you can click the top right link here. The Railgun has gone back to being the top pick for many, really quick. This video and the one I linked here are testament as to why.
Have a taste of democracy.
Eagles back from the nest. Democracy's on its way.
Get some! Get some! right lip! Oh, my leg!
Orbital strike incoming.
I ran north here to clear some objectives while the generator calibrates.
Tactical asset near your
Tip number 9. Spam your minimap. If you're new to my channel, this is probably my most repeated tip, since I believe it's the best tip I could ever give you. By getting used to looking at your minimap really often, you essentially unlock map hacks, since the game shows you all the enemies around you, with the exception of the Spore operational modifier, of course. Any hardcore gamer will tell you, map hacks are overpowered, so be sure to abuse it here. The reason I don't look behind me when I'm running is because I don't have to. I just open my minimap, and the game tells me whether something is on my 6 or not. At some point, you'll even get used to how fast the red dots move, and their corresponding sizes. The speed and size of the dots, often combined with audio cues, will tell you exactly what's behind you and whether you should care or not. So yeah, spam your minimap.
deploying a Terminid hive structure destroyed.
Has anyone figured out what these holes are for? I know they explode if you grenade them, but do they serve any other purpose? Let me know in the comments if you have the answer, please.
Helldivers never die!
Mission at 20 minutes. Bug outpost destroyed.
See how empty this was? That's the power of staggering objectives.
That's called democracy!
I ran east here, towards the last couple side objectives.
Found something!
I will admit, when it comes to wave clearing, I don't feel anything beats the grenade launcher right now, at least not against Terminids. Personally, I ran it very little pre-patch, but post-patch, it's insane. Link for you at the top right here, to a Terminid Solo Super Helldive with a grenade launcher, if you're curious what that looks like, of course. As I run in here face first, I realize I probably should mention once more. I don't play this game optimally. Optimally, you should stealth as much as you can, and avoid as much unnecessary combat as you can. Now clearly, that's not my style. I hope you enjoyed all the unnecessary Hollywood action scenes so far though.
Get some! Get some!
Eagle 1 rearming. Feedback.
Injury? What injury?
Terminid outpost purged. Enemy tactical.
It fossil bounced. No.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Outpost destroyed.
Tip number 10 by the way. Resupply on cooldown. You should use the resupply as much as you can, especially with a supply pack. So even if you don't need it, just throw it somewhere that you can remember, like on a console for example. I did that really poorly this run as well. Goes to show how much better this run could have been had I been applying knowledge well. Lesson learned, team.
Sending down equipment package.
I'm holding the eagle for the spore spewer here. I want as many of them to stack first. 2 birds, 1 stone mentality. Hopefully the greed goes unpunished.
Keep liberty.
Terminid hive structure destroyed.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Tip number 11. Optimize your resupplies. Notice how I stim here, despite not needing health or stamina. I stim because I'm about to resupply, and I may as well abuse the couple seconds of run speed that the experimental infusion booster will give me, since the resupply gives me 2 stims. So not stimming would have been a waste. A very min-maxy tip. Hadn't thrown one of those in yet this video, so there you go.
Time for Super Earth!
Firing orbital strike.
Mag's empty! Have a taste of democracy!
I thought I could squeeze in there by hugging the wall, but definitely no.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Joining the fray. Get some! Get some! Not today!
Reinforcement budget depleted.
The right decision here would have been to grab my stuff, kill everything as fast as I can, and then hope I had enough time left for the main objective. But I was feeling cheeky, and I hoped I could sneak the console in. Bugs don't like cheeky divers, as you can tell. Tip number 12. Swallow your pride. See, I was very tempted to run back into the Sieve artillery. I'm confident I can fight him. At the same time, I know that it's simply smarter to just go pull the generator lever, and then come back here, and do the Sieve after everything's disappeared. My pride wants me to fight. Intellect demands I ignore my pride. I feel like this is true in life far too often. Do with that opinion what you want, of course. I ran down to the generator and I pulled the lever. I then ran straight back to the Sieve, of course. I melee attacked there out of discontent. I ran all the way to the sub-objective. It's pretty peaceful now. Map's cleared, basically.
Freedom forever!
All of these objectives are taking me around 10 seconds or so, because I partly completed them all already, of course. Time for the main objective, and the last tiny nest.
Five minutes remaining. I repeat, 5 minutes remaining.
Tip number 13. A big one. Ramps are godly. This little staircase here changes my odds completely. Basically, most of the bugs have to run up those stairs, making it a bottleneck of the highest quality. Watch how much more doable this fight is just because of that staircase.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Deploying overhead package.
Sweet liberty!
Firing orbital strike.
I'm pretty confident I can quick escape here by diving into the water.
Helldiver lost. Sending replacement.
See? Quick escape. Also, I'm just gonna pretend like losing all those samples in the water doesn't bother me at all. Not one bit.
Ready to liberate.
Unleashing democracy.
Not today!
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
1 minute left. Destroyer.
Not bothered one bit.
Deploying support weapon.
Delivering payload.
Additional reinforcement funding approved. Firing orbital strike. Extraction is available.
See, I could swear that stratagem positioning used to work just fine on Spewers. I guess my age is getting to me. My bad.
Super destroyer leaving low orbit. Emergency
Not bothered one bit.
Back from the nest.
Okay, time for the outro. And the last fun fact, of course. Fun fact number 6. Eye contact promotes mental health. Making eye contact is not just a social skill. It's a health skill. One you should aim to develop. It improves your mood, makes you feel connected, and is particularly good at improving the parent and child bond. It's silly to think something as simple as making eye contact can make the difference between you having a good or a bad bond with someone. That is how simple it is though. So if I'm allowed to implore you anything, it's to start practicing this relatively simple skill. How, you wonder? Practice with someone you trust. It'll feel awkward at first, but it gets easier. Just like everything in life. Practice will make perfect. Commit to more connection and better mental health. If it's still too hard, try looking near their eyes first. Whatever you do though, give yourself the time to practice. Don't give up after a couple tries. This simple skill has the potential to change your life, not to mention the lives of those you care for. In the end, showing someone you care for them is a gift you can give in 4 seconds, for free. Start spreading the love. My name is Faisal. Be well and take care.